There we go. It's going through. All right, so what I did here is I had my preset, got my dark lines. I drew everything on there in pencil. So that tells me, there's my cheat. Don't mark your pencil lines. Don't touch them. They're supposed to be dark. Your first instinct is to draw with it and make them light. I know that. I'll help you fix that. That's everybody's first instincts. But you got to figure out techniques. So if you look at my eye, I got my dark mark. So I only was doing my little value on the inside. And I decided to do a little contour kind of crisscross and try to do parallel contour and keep it kind of clean in the middle. Yeah, it shrunk a little in size, but I'm going to use that to my advantage when I work in my black. Now, if I look out here, I got some fur on the outside that's kind of white. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm going to leave my picture. Everybody can see my picture, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say I can see that. So now I'm going to just kind of scratch and kind of leave it kind of open, kind of gray, not super white. Oh, pencil. Don't want to touch it. Pencil. Telling me stop. Don't touch it. Okay. So I'm doing a little contour, little curves. Oh, taking a little too much over. I'm going to bend my work as I'm working on it, so don't freak out a little bit. That eye comes out to right about here. It tries to switch a little bit. It starts to go round this way. Why does it go round that way? It's kind of the cheek of the curve kind of comes to it. Kind of working that in there like that. Kind of find it gray. Get the hang of it. Now, if I drew a flat outline around it, it would make it flat. It doesn't work. It's not going to help. I can't value it. Mr. Freegar's not telling me. That's why he's got me doing scratch boards. He could have done me doing pencil or ink, and I could have done it and fooled him and made it look like I understood, instead of doing a technique to make the eye show up. Now, I'm going to go a little closer, and I'm going to even out the eye right here. And I'm going to have some a little more of a gray come closer to that eye point, a little closer around. It starts to sharpen up that eye little mark right there. So as I do it right here, I'm going to switch it, and I'm going to notice that it kind of comes around and rounds out this way over here. It doesn't go around that way because it starts to round out away from the eye this way. Little contour, little crisscross contour. Oh, too much white. Yeah, I got to live with it. Pull that a little bit more, a little more gray right here. And I'm going to pull a little bit more right here. Going to go in it. Crisscross. I got my eye, my cat going. Kind of fit it in there. I'm going to start lengthening it a little longer so it doesn't look so much heavy. Kind of go through, kind of a little bigger right here, longer. I got myself a little flat, little gray kind of spot, similar. Not the same, it's similar. I changed it up, my cat, my size going through. Now I'm going to go in, I'm going to whiten it up more. I'm going to go through, add a little bit more light to it by scratching away more on the inside of it where I felt it should be whiter and lighter so I can show value. If I do it all the same level, that's something I got to practice. Overworking it is a big deal. A lot of people overwork it. Yeah, that's something we just got to work on. Right here, I see a little change of cat hair, so I'm gonna really try to make that kind of show up. So I'm gonna crisscross, try to have that value part show up a little bit, and I'm gonna pull more. It's working. Just kind of pull a little bit more. Find out what's the best practices, and I'm gonna come out here. I'm gonna do a little bit more white. I want more white out here. Get that value changing through. All right, going through, and then as it goes back up, it gets to a little more triangle kind of light, kind of pops in there, right? Now, right around the eye that I see some part and I covered up, and I can see over the other side there's a little bit of dark and a little gray. I'm going to go put a little light just to pop it in there. Not a contour line all the way around, but just the idea of that line's going all the way around. I'm going to kind of go like right here and just scratch it just a little bit, kind of a little stipple, like it's kind of going to go out around the and crisscross a little bit, just to get the idea of the eye pops. And I'm going to do that just a little bit right here and kind of let it go. Gets right there. And then I'm going to kind of pull it back in here a little bit, kind of where that dark was. It's just going to kind of show a little bit of a light with a dark edge. It's going to show up. Kind of cheat that in there a little bit, make the eye pop a little bit more. I can do it like it's going to happen up here. I'm saying, you know what? I probably would have had right here. I'm cheating a little bit. I've changed a little bit of my cat eye. I'm making a little bit more rounder. But that's okay if it changes. No one's going to look at the pitch when I'm working on it, right? Kind of scratch that in there. Not going all the way around. Maybe I want to pull it out and value it a little bit more. See how it makes it a little more rounder, a little more cleaner, the eye? It kind of looks like that cat's eye, doesn't it? A little bit. Now, I make these things look simple. I've been doing them a long time. I pre-knew what was going to happen before I did it. That's why you want to practice about 3-4 days on this stuff. So you can think, hey, this is what worked best for me. This is where I screwed up. This is why I'm going to do it better. So even if you're not doing a super cool, awesome scratch board because you're new at this and you don't have the craftsmanship, you're still not outlining and totally destroying the illusion of what the image is. All right, cool.